So you got to do one thing first. Solve a problem. That's right. The first thing you need is to solve a problem. If you have a problem, chances are other people do too. You can solve this problem for yourself and millions of others. I did. When I felt isolated, lonely, desperate for purpose and meaning in life, I interviewed the 30 best and brightest women and coaches I could to help me become the most self-expressed superwoman, entrepreneur, and mother I could be. I sat down with these women and asked them my own questions. Their answers helped me launch 3 businesses this year and helped me charter the waters of finding new love in my life, healing past relationship traumas, and even taught me how to become a more chill, less anxiety-ridden woman that my son could look up to. You have a problem you can solve. Whether it's fitness, beauty, meditation, accounting, engineering, or fiction writing, you have what my friend Marusha calls God wiring. This is your divine purpose and talent. The universe cannot continue in its course without your unique gift. The best way to honor your God, source, or universe is to make sure that as many people as possible are benefiting from your gift. The more people you help, the more money you make. It's simple as that. When you go through Superwoman School, you'll meet dozens of mothers who make over $100,000 a year just by helping people. I'll tell you more about that later. The next thing you need, though, is a plan. It might sound obvious, but I'm telling you, thousands of women are aimlessly posting dozens of times a day on social media, and they never make a dime. Ultimately, if you don't know where you're going, any road will do. Reverse engineer the money you want to make, what you'll use it for, and how many customers it'll take to get to that number. I'm going to come back to this and give you a lot of exercises toward the end of this webinar to help you get a vision and reverse engineer prosperity. Next, you need a worldwide presence. This is the hardest thing for moms because a lot of us are nurturing one-on-one. Fitness trainers, or even engineers, attorneys, real estate agents, makeup artists, or hairdressers. A lot of us are only taking one client at a time. Take your magic and bring it online. It's easy to scale and you can help so many more people. Next, follow your life's purpose. This is a tough one because a lot of people don't know what their life's purpose is. Your purpose is not your job or role. You might think, oh, I'm a teacher, artist, stylist, attorney, accountant, engineer, or full-time mom. But those things have nothing to do with your purpose. Your purpose is something you can do anywhere at any time. It's your superpower. It's not something you should or shouldn't do, and it may or may not generate income. Although my goal is to make sure you can make a lot of money doing what your life's purpose is. My purpose is to be an optimist. No matter what's going on around me, and especially when shit hits the fan, I'm really optimistic. It's amazing to my friends to see me work in my superpower. It helps me facilitate the best relationships, strategic connections in my business, and I can do it no matter what's going on around me. I bless people in my purpose, and when I do it, it makes me feel really good inside. My best friend is a connector. She loves to connect people and groups together to help everybody benefit and win from the relationships she facilitates. My sister is a mediator. She's the person everyone goes to when there's conflict, strife, or tension. Now, here's the best part. These purposes, the connector, the mediator, the optimist, you might think there's no way to make money doing it, but I'll tell you what, there is. Because when I get on camera and I can help mothers see the light at the end of the tunnel with my optimism, I make money doing it. I'll tell you more about how I do that later. My sister, as a mediator, is making bank in HR in a corporation. She's what we call an intrapreneur. She hasn't started her own business, but she's a decision maker with a corporation. This webinar is for people like my sister. And finally, my best friend, the connector, she started one of the most thriving women's entrepreneur associations in the country. And yes, she's making money being a connector. You can find your purpose and with creative ways that I'm going to share with you in just a moment, make money doing what you love and what you were designed to do. Coming up with your $1 million business idea involves knowing your purpose in life. Now, to make things easy, I'm going to share with you the 5 questions you must ask to find your life's purpose. So number 1, what puts you in flow? Think about a time when you were doing something, you lost track of hours on end, you forgot to eat, or maybe even go to the bathroom. When you find something that puts you in this state called flow state, you need to keep a list of those things. If you want to read more about it, pick up Flow by Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, but don't write it down right now because that name is super hard to spell. I'm going to send you an email with his name in just a few minutes. The next question you need to ask yourself is what makes you feel happy? One misconception about your life's purpose is that you have to feel like a martyr. No, your purpose is going to make you feel happy. And the more happiness you derive from your purpose, the more money you make. Number 3, do you know your zone of genius? Gay Hendricks talks about something he calls the zone of genius. It's basically something you do better than anyone else. And if you can design a life where you stay in your zone of genius 90% of the time, you're going to be more productive in less hours than anyone else. How are you able to serve other people? I'm not saying that you should live for other people's expectations, but what I am saying is that true happiness in your purpose comes from how you can connect with and contribute to others. Author for Conscious Lifestyle magazine, Nick Seneca, recalls a survey of 200,000 adults across 136 nations. In this study, it was found that people who gave to others were the happiest, and it had nothing to do with money. Contributing to and connecting with others will make you happy. And when you're following your life's purpose, you can do a whole lot of contributing to and connecting with others. But remember, you have to ask yourself this final question. Am I doing this because I feel like I should? When you can live free from other people's expectations, guess what? You're going to feel really happy about fulfilling your purpose. One of my favorite phrases that I use all the time is, once you've ruined your reputation, you can live quite freely. Stop living for other people's expectations or this super mom ideal and just be the superwoman you are.